Howdy everyone. It's been a hot minute since we've done one of these. Just want to make sure everything's working good. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if everything sounds good, or if I need to turn the mic up or whatnot. So to get started, we have some new products to show off, some new Barrow products, and some other useful things I've seen here and there and whatnot that I thought we could show off and talk about. I don't know if you guys have seen, but currently, let me show you, I guess I can pull it up. We do have currently an active coupon code, or actually two. If you go to the front end, you can click on the link, goes to our newsletter. The coupon codes are saving22-8 for 8% off your order of $50 or more, or coming in loud and clear. Okay, sounds good. Awesome, guys. And then we got save 10% on orders of $150 and more, and then we also have a bunch of like current promotions, like I don't really know if we have any more of these EK swag bags left, but they come with a little tote bag, a little notebook with a pen, and a little flash drive card thing that you can actually fit in your wallet. They're actually pretty nice little thing. You just got to kind of be careful with them. You pop them out because the little flash drive part of it can pop off. But I mean, I have one, I've used it, and they're pretty useful here and there. And then we also have some other random items like bottle openers from Barrow if you spend $200 more. And then, of course, we have a bunch of promotional things like 10% off Thermaltake fittings and fans. MMPC Tech parts are 50% off. Barrow 20 series water blocks are 35% off, and so on and so forth. It's a pretty lengthy little list. And then I don't know if you guys have noticed, we actually we started a Etsy page just mostly for like other projects we like to do and things like that. For instance, one of the first things we started doing, we started cutting these hood props here for you guys. For most people, we've done currently we're only doing UV printed ones, but we did engraved ones for a little while there. But again, UV print on pretty much anything, any design. I've made a few for people, but they're pretty cool. Hey, how you doing, man? But they are a pretty cool little design thing to do. I mean, if you're into like car shows and whatnot, it was one of Matt's ideas that he implemented into our Etsy store. They light up, they're dressable LEDs in it. Pretty cool little thing. Then we also have like the custom little LED desk signs with a few different options of stands currently. But we can etch. I can even UV print if you request it on the little acrylic piece for the sign if you really wanted it. Then we also do full UV printed like business signs. I mean, we can even do logos or just art in general if you wanted it on a giant piece of acrylic that you can hang on your wall. They come out really super crystal clear, nice color. As you can see, these were all actual UV prints that we did. Mock-up ones basically for businesses and whatnot. And then last but not least, currently, it's probably one of my favorite things, and honestly I'll actually show you the pictures. I have them behind me, at least a few of them. But we're doing UV printed canvases, so we actually can print on a canvas itself. And like, I mean, it literally looks like a printed or a painted canvas. Turns out great. Got a few different sizes, all the way up to a 16 by 24, which I can do either way, horizontal or vertical, doesn't really matter. But let me go back to my selfie cam and I can actually show you. I have them sitting here, but these are actually the prints themselves that I did, but I don't know how close I can get with it still wanting to even focus. There you go. Actually, it's pretty good. But I mean, yeah, this is all on canvas. It stays on there. It legit looks like a painting. And for any of you guys that keep getting in trouble for spending too much money on computer parts, it's definitely a great option for family portraits. If your wife, you know, wants some big family portrait. I don't know if any of you know what this is from. Who out there can tell me what this is from? Once you see it, I don't know how. I can tell from YouTube my thing looks a little behind, but I don't know how far behind my video is from where I really am doing. But like I said, I can show you. They actually make great options for doing wedding portraits on a canvas or even family photos. You know, a few different options out there. They turn out great. And they're really, nope, it's not Skyrim. It's Elden Ring, the new Dark Souls series game. It's the newest one. But yeah, currently I only have like the 18 by 24. Actually, I do have that wrong on my thing. I need to change that to say 18 because I'm pretty sure it is 18 by 24. But yeah, currently the largest size is like an 18 by 24. But if you would like something bigger, I think the max I really can do on our UV printer is like I want to say like a 36 by 36 might be my max. I have to look. I don't always remember the largest dimensions on that thing because I rarely do something that large. But yeah, like for instance, 18 by 24 is $72, and anywhere you go to get a 18 by 24 canvas printed, it's going to be pretty damn expensive. But anyways, moving on from our little Etsy shop that we started for our other fun projects we're doing, let's get to actual water cooling parts. So first off, I thought it would be kind of interesting to share, but we have currently gotten in some Barrow, basically they're AIOs from Barrow. They are GPU AIOs on top of that. They're not even like the regular CPU style ones, which I'm kind of surprised because one of the things that we've always had an issue with Barrow was we've tried to get their coolants in the past because they've always, you know, been another alternative to water cooling, but we cannot actually get them shipped here for some weird reason, and I don't know if they found a way around or if I'm not sure, but let me see if I can find out. But I'm not sure if these are actually pre-filled. In case, but I mean, it's a nice alternative, and I mean, I haven't personally used one of these or even actually opened them up yet to check them out. But the design looks good. I mean, it's got both water blocks. It's got the active backplate water block, and the normal water block. I mean, it just seems like a nice little alternative, and I'm actually curious on how well they work compared to other AIOs. But yeah, it looks like they have where you can actually add additional coolant, which is nice because some of the older AIOs didn't really allow that kind of process. Looks like they're normal barrel pumps that they sell, and we've never actually had any real issues with those coming back. They've been decent products. Come with a little transparent window so you can actually see your coolant. Looks like they have an actual separate function. Alright, so it looks like they have ability to hook up separately. Controls, they are DRGB. You can actually sync them, which is nice. And the fans are the DRGB, which is, I'm assuming that the water block itself is also DRGB. I would hope, but I cannot verify that right now. I will open one up later and let you guys know if you are interested in that. Can the water blocks survive a fight against... I doubt it. I really doubt it. Elder Ring bosses, I haven't gotten it yet. Have any of you gotten the Elder Ring game? I am wanting it and have been debating on buying it, but I am behind in the series. Haven't played number 3 yet, and I've been wanting to. I just never really have time to play as much as I used to, so when I can, I do, but it's not as much as I used to. But yeah, I mean, these seem like nice alternatives. They seem on the higher end of price at $234.95, but they do seem like a nice alternative. I mean, I guess it is fairly priced because it does come with an active backplate and the regular water block, the pump, and all that. So I mean, it is a decent little setup, and it also comes in, this is a 360. They actually do have a 240 version 2. Yeah, Ryu, I've actually been looking at some of the gameplay, and it looks freaking epic. And I heard it's just gotten better over time. I mean, I've never had any problem with any of the Dark Souls games except for the fact that they're extremely hard, but they are great games. Probably one of my favorite series out there. Next, moving on, we did have 3 of these, which I'm going to see if we can get a few more because they did sell out really quick. They sent us 3 to start, and hopefully we can get a handful more because they do seem pretty popular. But they're little, like, Cyclop displays. They have a little mini monitor in them. They do seem pricey, but the build quality on them is actually legit. Like, this full thing is all like metal. They are heavy, but they seem like they are well constructed little mini monitors. So I mean, if you're looking for any little fun little doodad kind of display screen, I think it's a decent little option. You know, if you want to display some temps or whatever you really want to use it for. I mean, they have just shown little videos and whatnot. I mean, hopefully you're not going to try and use this as a normal monitor because it would never work and you would go blind trying to look at the screen. But I mean, it is a decent, cool little option for displaying temps and, you know, your speeds and whatnot that you plan on doing. And I'm going to see if we can get a few more. I know they had a few other colors, but they only sent us black. But I'll hit them up. Hopefully you guys are interested. The problem is how thick yeah, the rads do seem kind of thick, but I mean, it does seem like it's all sandwiched together. I think honestly, more or less, it's really just the way it looked. I honestly think it's probably very comparable to any other rad fan setup. Because I mean, like I've seen their rad and their fan. I mean, they're probably just the same size as a GTR or even a GTX, to be honest. I don't think they're much larger than that. Then they have these other little display screens that I honestly think are really cool as well. I think we had a handful of these not too long ago. They might have been like a slightly different design, but we had, because I think, yeah, I want to say they were horizontal, where these ones are more vertical meant to be, because they have like their logo and all that at the bottom. But we had like 10 or so of these at the beginning, and they sold out really quick. But they are, I mean, honestly, they're a cool little design. They have nice little mounting points on the side, so you can easily hook this up. It's not huge, so it's not going to take up a crazy amount of space. I do wish they had, I mean, it looks like there is a hookup right here for power, I assume, but I'm not really sure. Let me see if I can find some more info down at the bottom about hooking these up or whatnot. Quantity, volume, I don't know why it says 110 milliliters. Does this actually allow coolant behind it? Suitable for liquid cooling reservoir. Oh, I think this is legit meant to be hooked up to their reservoirs, which would actually be pretty darn cool. I mean, yeah, it does say there's motherboard temperature. I don't know. I'm actually going to grab one of these afterwards and open it up for you guys. I'll post comments. Okay, here, let's see. Independent video, large resolution, uses mini HDMI. So yeah, it is just a general temperature display, but it is a nice option. Oh yeah, okay, there is a little reservoir behind it. I thought it looked like there were some actual Gina quarter ports on the side, but it looks like there's 1, 2, 3 on the side, 1 on the top. Excuse me, guys. But that's pretty cool. I did not know that these actually had spots for coolant too. And then they even have a DRGB adapter. That was one of my biggest issues with Barrow stuff, is that they have their proprietary adapters and whatnot that they make for all of their parts, and they don't usually include the standard 5 volt, which is beyond me why everyone can't just get on board with that. Of course, it's got to be about money, but self-provide. Yeah, I like all their ways of planning on powering these portable battery, USB power adapter to the wall or your computer. I'm pretty sure if you're using it with your computer, it's going to be plugged into your computer somehow. Next, we actually got these Barrow aluminum cases in. They're open air. They're very... they look a lot like something that would come from Thermaltake, in my opinion, but they are pretty nice looking. Nice. I like the rad mount at the bottom here, like this. They have a spot for like one of their new reservoirs that they have, which I have as our next item. A spot for pump mounting. Looks like they have some pass-throughs that can go through the back, or they at least have the slot for it. That's all meant for pass-throughs or whatever. Looks like they have additional radiator mount on the back. Usually they have a lot of pictures that show the stuff. Yeah, it looks like multiple spots for radiator mounting there that they did on the back. What else? Ooh. I wonder... I like the red accents. That's pretty awesome, to my opinion. I wonder if we can get those separate, or if they sell just the case like that. I will have to look into that. But yeah, look, they have like a spot for 3 radiators alone on the back. So, I mean, that's like ultimate cooling for this So you can put all your cooling, your radiator cooling on the back of this and possibly wall mount it if you wanted to. Goes up to EATX. What else does this thing have that's well worth it? It doesn't have a lot more information than that. But I mean, that is a nice little, I mean, I honestly think it's well thought out. And there's everything that's included with it, all your gaskets, screws, excuse me, hexagon copper cylinder. Oh, these are the standoffs. Weird way of putting that. And then they also, of course, can include their like recommended parts that they used, which is basically what they used for that picture right there. So we have 5 in stock, about $300, but pretty awesome little barrel case. They've been coming out with a few more. They had that star case, which was really awesome, that people were really into. This looks pretty cool. They've had those, they made a bunch of those little small, like SFX style cases that we had a ton of, and they went really quick, and now they don't have any more, or they're not making them right now, but you know. Next is that barrel reservoir I was talking about. I like the LEDs on these. It looks like it was nicely thought out, just around the edge, doesn't look like it's overdoing it. There's the port on the top, and then there are ports on each side. This just doesn't look like it was meant to hold a lot of coolant, of course. But they are the type of reservoirs where you can link them together with ease. And of course it looks like, they're a great little option for like a little distro plate in a way, I guess. Really not too much, but definitely has that same kind of feel. Flat reservoirs seem to be the new thing for everything water cooling. But yeah, like, I don't know, kind of hard to tell, but yeah, on this picture you can kind of see there's the 4 ports, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back, and they cost $75 for it. Not bad. Nice little option. Just like to share things out there with you guys that we get in. Next, for any of you self-wiring, soldering people, we have these nice little soldering stations that seem extremely useful. I mean, I'm nowhere near an expert at soldering. I've done it here and there for personal things, never for anybody else, because I've honestly not been able to practice enough. But I do know from doing the few things that I have done that it is nice to have additional arms, because trying to hold soldering iron, and the part and wire and whatever you're trying to do is a pain in the ass, and it's always nice to have additional little clamps for soldering, even lights. And it looks like that is a magnifying glass. Yeah, magnifying glass when you're trying to do more precise things and making sure you're not getting too much solder on it, and it's nice. These little magnetic stands is, I don't know, let me see if there's a better picture with those. It doesn't look like it, but those little metal posts, they move. You can situate them whatever you need to, so you can put a little PCB, as you can see in that picture. I got a little PCB there that's being held up by those. What else? Oh, they got like a little clamp arm. It's also, and I believe all of these items that go on the little workstation are actually magnetic, so you can move them wherever you feel you need them. So if you don't need an arm, you can remove it, it won't be in your way. If you need the magnifying glass or don't need it, you can, move it to a different spot or remove it altogether. The little arm is like fully, 360, moves in basically any direction it looks like, even extends or can be smaller. This thing has got a ton of options that they thought out. The rubber pads, so it's not going to move on your desk. Even this, they have literally examples of holding like a heat gun for doing soldering or whatever you need it for. Rubber grips for it to hold it better. Seems like excuse me, a great little soldering station for any of you enthusiasts that like to make their own wires or repair things that need soldering. Or honestly, there's a ton of different reasons you can use this. And for $135, it's kind of a steal, in my opinion. Next, we have a handful left. I think we got 10 to start with. We have 5 left, it looks like, of the Jay's 2 cents edition of Corsair's water block, CPU water blocks. It's got his nice little pattern on it, has his logo, even goes down to having, I don't know where it is. Maybe it's not in the picture. Oh yeah, it has his little logo even in the thermal paste. But I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Jay does have a video about these on his channel where he talks about basically that he talked to Corsair and told him what he liked and didn't like about their water blocks and what he wanted implemented into his, which is pretty cool because honestly, everything that he was talking about in there I kind of agreed with, and that he changed. It does look really nice. So any of you that are looking for a new CPU water block, we do have Jay's, and I don't know if it's still going on, but I'm pretty sure he had a competition going on where if you got one of these, you could win like a t-shirt or something like that from him. But I don't know if we would have any of those, to be honest. I'm just pointing that out. That is really all that I have currently today for you guys. This is something that we're going to try and plan on doing again every week to 2 weeks. If you guys have any opinions of things you want to see, we can do basically anything. Well, let's backtrack. Not anything. We can talk anything water cool, PC related, do discussions, go over parts. We're trying to make this, I want to kind of make this more than just the PPCs new products, because as you guys know, or most of you know, Matt doesn't work with us anymore. Moved on to different things now. But yeah, like I said, I kind of want to make this into more than just new parts that are at PPCs. Just kind of basically like a chill session where we can talk about new parts, talk about water cooling, talk about things that are going on here. We can talk about, our Etsy projects that we're doing. Most of the stuff that we're trying to do with the Etsy stuff is more or less for, I don't know. I get what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank, but basically just a lot of artistic stuff that maybe you guys can hang up in your room. I can for instance the Elder Rings thing I did basically because I like the game and think it's pretty awesome. But if you have game art that you want printed, that's definitely an option we can do. I mean, and for you guys that don't know, but I'm assuming most of you do know, we do UV printing on a lot of things. Like I UV print on our distros. I've UV printed on, excuse me, water block back plates. We make UV printed DRGB back plates. I UV print on side panels. I've done a few. I'm very disappointed because like I think it was October when Far Cry 6 came out. I know I posted it like a couple months ago, but when Far Cry 6 came out, we actually were working with them and what's his name? He's in our group, and I can't think of his name. He does the veteran builds, but either way, we were working with them, and he was supposed to do a build for the game that was going to be a giveaway, and we did the UV printing for it. I know I showed it. Here, let me actually, I can do this. I have pictures on my computer from it. But it was supposed to be a giveaway. They were supposed to make it into a PC giveaway on the case, and something fell through with their thing, and yeah, it kind of fell off the grid. But here, I got pictures. Give me 1 sec. I can pull them up real quick for you guys, because I was very happy with this, and then it went to nothing. Yes, Shellback. Yes, he was the one that was working with me. But anyways, here's the pictures. This is, of course, the inside of it. Had our PPCs logo. Crucial was the main company we were working with. It wasn't, what's their names that make Far Cry. Inwind supplied the case, and ROG, I believe, supplied graphics card and motherboard, I want to say. And maybe their PSU. I'm really not sure on that. I think so. And they came to us about UV printing. But this is the inside power supply shroud. And then this was the front panel and the side panel for it. That's all UV printed. And there was even a piece for the top that I didn't pull up, but the top was kind of eh. I mean, I did it and it was fine, but the side and the front were probably the coolest parts. But yeah, that was all UV printed, done for them. Was supposed to be a giveaway. I don't know where the case is nowadays. But we've done a few others since then. So if you are looking to do a custom build, or even things for some kind of, theme builds, contests, or whatever you guys are doing, and you need some extra pizzazz for that build, hit me up, because it's one of the things I love doing is the UV printing on cases and things like that. It's pretty cool. I want to do GPU supports. I just need someone to make them for us, which, we can make them here. It just currently, Jeremy doesn't have the time to do it. Maybe I'll get with him next week and see if he can cut me some on the laser, because currently we don't really have anybody to draw up stuff for our CNC. We have all of our distros, files, and stuff like that we can cut, but currently with no Matt, and Craig was the other person that was Hank's son, Craig, not Craig that helps out with our Facebook, but they were the two main people that actually did our CAD drawings, or Fusion drawings actually, and put all the cam stuff together. I know only so much of that stuff. I can draw it all up, but doing the camming for it and telling it how to cut and how fast to go and all that crap, I haven't messed with that enough to take over that job yet. But yeah, GPU supports have definitely been something I've been wanting to do, and definitely in plans. It has been in plans for a while. But other than that, I don't really have much more. If you guys joined in late, just so you guys know, there is coupon codes out right now. There's saving 22-8 for 8% off your order of $50 or more. And then the other one is saving 22-10 for 10% off your orders of $150 or more. Hey, if EK is going to sell replacement parts for their quantum velocity 2 CPU. What replacement parts are you looking for the velocity 2? I mean, I assume they would, just depending. I mean, I guess put it this way. Anything that they make for their other CPU blocks as replacement parts, I think they would do for these. So, like brackets and mounts possibly, and maybe even the like RGB and stuff like that. But like I don't think for the last velocities they did like the cold plates or any of that. I don't know. I don't add as much of our products to the site anymore. I'll do them here and there when they need help. But for the most part, I don't do that anymore. So I don't see all of the new products that come in as much. So that being said, I'm not sure. I can find out for you if you really want to. If you want to shoot me an email, I'll get in touch with our reps from EK, and they can give me a yay or nay, or I don't know, at least I can at least get some kind of answer for you if you really are in the search for it. But other than that, that would be the end of today's show. I want to say that we will do this next week, probably around the same time. I'm going to try to aim between 2 to 3:30 at least, somewhere in that time on a Friday. If it doesn't pick up and I don't have as many people watching, I might switch to a different day or whatnot. But just let me know what you guys think, and if there's anything specific that you want me to bring out, we can do more of a hands-on, like showing you actual parts that you're interested in and are just kind of confused by pictures, the weird write-up it might have, or maybe something that isn't actually explained in their listing, because I know that happens. I answer a lot of the questions that you guys send, and sometimes it's just stuff that the manufacturer looked over and didn't disclose to us, or in their listing in general. But then again, that is it for this time. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and don't forget, Sunday is daylight savings, and you got to set that clock forward 1 hour.